best way to predict the future is to invent it. All right, guys. So I finally tried Apple's Vision Pro. And, I have to say that before this, I expected that Quest would be the better value for most people since it's really good and it's like 7 times less expensive. But after using it, I don't just think that Quest is the better value. I think that Quest is the better product, period.
Okay, that becomes very interesting, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the video. I cannot imagine and believe what I just heard, but I want to give the benefit of the doubt, and I want to listen to all the arguments. Wow. Okay, let's continue.
And, the different companies made different design decisions for the headsets. They have different strengths. But overall, Quest is better for the vast majority of things that people use mixed reality for.
What did you just say? Wait, the Quest 3 is a better product for the vast majority of things people use mixed reality for? You should have ended the sentence right 3-5 words away, okay? Because Quest 3 might be a better product for gamers, but not for the vast majority of mixed reality use cases, man. I have it right here. Right here. I bought it, man. I bought it. And I cannot believe what you just said. Because mixed reality, that headset, is a prototype. It's not something which you use. Oh my goodness. I lost word. Okay, let me listen further, but man, we're gonna come back to that, okay?
Now, my friend Kenny is actually capturing this video on Quest's high-resolution mixed reality pass-through right now. We're just here in my living room. And
again, I told it to everyone in the very beginning. I bought this headset, the Quest 3. I bought this day one. I have it. I used it. And Jesus Christ, when everybody were placing and sharing the videos, all these influencers were sharing the videos, how they were using the Quest 3 pass-through. And they were saying like, oh my goodness, I can do this and I can do that and I can wash dishes and I can write on my PC and scroll my phone and everything. They were showing the footage from the headset, not through the lens, not what you see with your eyes, but from the headset. And this, my man, you know it better than me, I hope you do, is a big difference, okay? As someone who uses mixed reality and tests mixed reality and uses mixed reality on a daily basis, and thank God to this device, I'm using it even more right now, but even before, I used this, and this is not good. Please try to use it on a daily basis, and please try to use it for something, useful, for the productive stuff. I don't think you will enjoy it. If you do 10 minutes occasional game, first encounter, one time in 2 weeks, probably it can work. But if you want to really do something useful for a long-term use case, my man, this is not the path-through everybody wants. And this is not the path-through you are showing right now in this video, okay? You are showing the recording from the camera, which looks probably 10 times better than actual through the lens video. And I'm sick of people sharing the recorded footage from the headset and saying, hey, this is your experience, because this is not. Jesus, I got mad. Sorry, man, but let's continue.
You can see his browser windows and whatever else he's got running up here.
Browser windows and whatever else he has got running out there. Can you please specify in the comments below what else you can run there with browsers? Can you please? How many browser windows can you run at the same time in Quest? I'm sorry? 3? What else can you run with it? I'm not sure. I don't think much. Maybe 1 app and 2 browser windows, or maybe only 3 browser windows. I hope you use this thing, and I hope you use it not after the release or maybe, for 20, 30 minutes. I hope you use it for a week and I hope you lived in this. That's how I would test as, as a CEO of the hardware company. That's how I expect you to test these things. And I really want you to test these things because I want you to make better products. I'm rooting for this industry. I'm myself creating the VR headset, and I hope you guys put your stuff together and do a better VR headset, okay? But you have to test it extensively because here you can run 20 apps, native different apps, and a MacBook and everything, and make it true multitasking. All right.
So yeah, Quest 3 does high quality pass through with big screens.
I disagree. Quest 3 does bearable pass through, okay? Bearable pass through. It is a good prototype for the pass through for things to come, but it's not a good pass through for any productivity, or it's not a pass through you want to use for a long time, for a long term, for sure.
Just like Vision Pro. But we also designed it to be great for a lot of other things. Moving around, playing games, hanging out with friends and socializing, working out, and more.
Okay. Fair enough. Games, you can play games in Quest 3. Absolutely. I think that's what this device is made for. This is a game console on your face.
Quest, I think is just a lot more comfortable. We designed it to weigh 120 grams less, which makes a really big difference on your face. There's no wires that get in the way when you move around. It's a big deal. Our field of view is wider.
Oh man, okay, I'll let you finish.
And I found our screen to be brighter also. I also noticed that Apple's headset has this motion blur as you move around, which...
Okay, my man, okay, before you go too deep into the technical details, I hope, by the way, that those details is something you noticed and not something you got as written points from someone of your team. I really do hope. I'm not joking, I'm not making fun, but I hope you got those points by yourself, you written them down, you tested this thing, you tested Quest 3 extensively, and then you wrote down. Because what you just said, Quest 3 is more comfortable. Are you kidding me? Man, did you see this thing? Did you see this thing? Look, please look closer. Did you see this strap which you put out of the box? I cannot imagine you guys shipped this product. I cannot imagine you shipped this strap. This is one of the most uncomfortable straps I used in a long time. And I know a lot of people complain about this strap of Apple. But man, this strap Apple did, first of all, material-wise, is holy grail. Second of all, and I'll tell more in my review of Apple Vision Pro, but this strap is not nearly as bad as this thing here. And by the way, it not only looks good, but it's more comfortable. This makes my head, and I know different hats are different, but this makes me feel headache instantly. I cannot wear this thing for longer than 10-15 minutes. It becomes unbearable. While this I can wear for an hour and a half and I'm absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Out of the box. And by the way, Apple gives me another strap if I want to look like, I don't know, some alien, but it puts off the pressure. I never used it, by the way. I never need it. But man, oh man, please don't tell me that Quest 3 is more comfortable. And wires? What are you talking about wires? You have not put the battery in the back. You put it here. While you could have given the Elite strap or whatever you call it, like Pico did. Pico, thank you for doing that. Where is Pico? Here is Pico. You see, I have all of those. Pico put the battery here. That is a good weight distribution. Yes, and I agree. And I praise this headset because they did a fantastic job. Fantastic job. And what did you do? You did the same thing as you claimed Apple has done wrong. You put all the weight here because you put the battery at the front. Why? Why? That's the question. Let me hear the rest. Maybe you answer why. I don't know.
Quest is just a lot crisper. Now, Apple's screen does...
Did you just say Quest is a lot crisper? Like, I'm not sure how long have you used Vision Pro. One thing you cannot take away from Apple is the crispness of the display. I can agree with you partly about the FOV, even though the FOV difference between Vision Pro and Quest 3 is minimal, okay? It's there, but it's minimal. It's not like you're going from 100 to 130. You're going from 100, maybe 105 to 108, maybe from 102 to 110 at the max, because, you know, every face is different depending on your IPD, but it's not night and day. The Vision Pro and the Quest 3 field of view is very, very similar. So please don't tell me that it's a huge difference. All right, let's continue.
It does have a higher resolution, and that's really nice.
Yeah,
But
it is.
I was surprised by how many trade-offs they had to make to the quality of the device and the comfort and ergonomics and other aspects of the display and artifacts in order to get to that. Now, for input, Quest supports precision controllers that are great for games. Both headsets support hand tracking, but I found ours to be a little more accurate.
What did you just say, man? You just said that Quest 3's hand tracking is a little more accurate? Did I just hear that? Really? You cannot believe things you're just saying. Sorry, I cannot imagine I'm hearing this. Because either this list has been written and given to you by your team, or I just don't understand why you say those things. The latency on the Quest 3 for the hand tracking is huge. Makes it impossible for me personally to type on the keyboards and manage the windows in a good way. Number one. Number two, the wobbliness of the image around the hands make it impossible and actually dizzy for many people. I'm a VR veteran. You cannot make me dizzy by any headset, so that's good news for you and Quest 3. But for many people, it's dizzy. For me, it's just disturbing. It breaks immersion. I cannot work with this. Phone is all wobbly and stuff. But hand tracking by itself is leaps and bounds way beyond on AVP on the Apple Vision Pro. Way better with latency and precision than the Quest 3. And if you disagree with me, or anyone disagrees with me, I want to show and see the evidence of how you guys measure the better hand tracking. Because you cannot just throw this thing out there and think nobody will notice. People will notice. You're a CEO of freaking Facebook or Meta. You should know better than just throw these things out there. And yes, you mentioned controllers, nice poke into Apple. Apple doesn't have controllers. But if you would use the Apple Vision Pro for an extensive period of time, you'd probably know that Apple Vision Pro, the way how they designed and the way that the headset is built and the way how they think about the productivity rather than gaming for this headset, and the way how they design their beautiful and amazing operating system, not perfect, but amazing operating system, you don't need controllers right now. Maybe in the future, Apple will gladly sell us a $300 pair of great controllers, but today, for what this headset does, and it does it amazingly well, you don't need controllers. You have this, and this is enough, and you just move around like Minority Report, and I know it's hard to understand, but boy, I hope you use this headset for a full day or several days to actually sleep on it and think about it and think how you would use this and how this could be better, and maybe learn something from that and maybe put that into the future headsets. Because again, I repeat, Zach, I want you to make great headsets. I really want, but I want to listen further what you have to say.
Apple's eye tracking is really nice. We actually had those sensors back in Quest Pro. We took them out for Quest 3, and we're going to bring them back in the future.
Apple's eye tracking is really nice. I agree with you. Then you put it in the Quest Pro. You took that away in Quest 3. You'll put them in future. Why do you say us these things? Why do we need to know this? Are you making an excuse for yourself that something happened and you put those sensors in, you put those out? I mean, I'm just... Okay.
It's a nice interface. It's not perfect for everything, though. For typing or complex tasks, you're going to want things like hands or a keyboard or
True, and Apple does have that
interface for those kind of inputs.
Yeah.
Quest's immersive content library is a lot deeper. We've been working with studios building virtual and mixed reality games and other content for a long time.
Quest immersive content library is a lot deeper. Again, I hope you've seen demos which Apple has put out in Apple TV and even Disney in their ring-coded movies, 3D movies. I hope you've seen the quality of those experiences which Apple TV has in their immersive content. I really do hope you tried it, because if you want to compare what you see in this, and I watched a lot of 3D videos or 180 or 360 videos, if you think this compares to this and it's great or better, I don't know, man. We live in different universe then. I just don't understand how you could sit there in front of the camera as a CEO of Meta and just tell these things.
Now, and if you want to watch YouTube or play Xbox on a big screen anywhere you go, that's only available on Quest for now.
Oh, right now, yeah, right. What about the Microsoft Word and Excel and PowerPoint and all these Teams and stuff you promised at the conference when Quest 3 was launching and even before? Where are all these apps? They're all available on Apple Vision Pro. I just worked today in Excel when I received an email, and it was great. Why are those apps not there? Why are you telling us that Xbox is there, but I can play Steam Link, I can play LVR, I can do a lot of things on the Vision Pro today. I can play those games with low latency, amazing quality screen, amazing. I cannot even stress how amazing the sharpness and the crispness of the image on the Vision Pro is. And yes, of course, because the resolution is higher and the price is higher. But that's it. If you want to have a substitute for your TV, probably that's what you want.
So, when I look around, it seems like there are a lot of people who just assumed that Vision Pro would be higher quality because it's Apple and it costs $3,000 more.
No, people didn't assume this, man. People tried the headset and they came to this conclusion by trying the headset, doing the reviews, playing with it, living with it for a week and making this conclusion. It's not like Apple or people decided like, yeah, Apple will do things. I'm not an Apple fanboy, but I'm slowly becoming one because I'm seeing how much effort they put in their product. And this product is by far the best product Apple has ever freaking made. I cannot imagine, I cannot believe that this product exists today. Even for $4,000 or whatever the price is in different countries, depending on how you import it and stuff. But even for $4,000 for 1 terabyte version, I cannot believe that this product exists because it feels like it should be probably closed or somewhere hidden for the next 2-3 years or 5 years. It feels from the future. And I repeat to you, I use VR every day for 2+ hours myself, and I'm still amazed by this. So I don't know, man.
But honestly, I'm pretty surprised that Quest is so much better for the vast majority of things that people use these headsets for with that price differential.
Yeah, of course, Ferrari costs less or more, sorry. And I don't know what car you drive, but probably quite an expensive one. I don't know if you know Tesla. Elon might tell you a thing, but there's not a big difference in general between a Ford Focus, and no offense to Ford Focus, great car, and Tesla Model S Plaid. Like there's no big difference. It has 4 wheels. You can drive from point A to point B. You can even listen to the music on both cars. You can do pretty much same things, but the difference between those two cars is night and day. Yeah, the price is bigger, of course, but the difference is night and day. And you cannot just tell that the price is just the main differentiator and the Quest 3 is better in majority of things. You could have said, man, Quest 3 is, I don't know, Quest 3 is good for its money. Like if you just came here, sit down in front of camera like you did and said, listen guys, congrats to Apple. It's an amazing product, well built, well done, great choices for the design, some smart innovations. But we have Quest 3, we've worked hard, we have a great product too. This is more mainstream product, it's good, it's, for the money, it's a good value. And some things it does better, some things it does worse, but it's a good value for the money, which I believe it is. That's fine. I would never wanted to record this video, but you say Quest 3 is better for majority use cases and has more precise hand tracking and brighter screens and higher FOV, thus it's just better for you people. This is a very misleading statement in my opinion.
Now, look, I know that some fanboys get upset whenever anyone dares to question if Apple's going to be the lead.
Wait, did you just call all people who bought this headset Apple fanboys? Did you just really do it? Why? Why would you do that? It has nothing to do with being Apple fanboy. It's an objective truth about how good the product is or how bad the product is. This product objectively is an amazing piece of technology with incredible set of innovations. Is it perfect? Not at all. Is it worth the money? Yes, for sure. Does it bring the industry a leap forward, a huge jump forward, and brings finally some things which have been struggling and not been coming to headsets for whatever reason? Yes. And by the way, you are blaming Apple. I'm sorry, okay? Rent time here. You're blaming Apple that it sells the headset for $3,500, that it's expensive headset, and you're comparing it to a $500 subsidized. Are you subsidizing this headset? Oh yes, you do. What's the real cost of this headset? What does this headset cost you, man? More. And you know that. You know that. So why are you telling Apple, which doesn't subsidize the headset and actually makes profit on each headset sold, that they're more expensive while you subsidize and make loss on this in a hope to make money back on your ecosystem and store? Oh, we'll probably talk about that later. I heard about something about open ecosystem. We can discuss that. But man, you cannot be honest. You subsidize this headset. Jesus, I got angry. Man, why you do it to me?
In a new category. But the reality is that every generation of computing has an open and a closed model. And yeah, in mobile, Apple's closed model won. But it's not always that way. If you go back to the PC era, Microsoft's open model was the winner. And in this next generation, Meta is going to be the open model, and I really want to make sure that the open model wins out again.
Oh man, it hurts me to hear this. I am for every decentralization option. I love openness, I love decentralization, but what you're telling is not true. Okay, first of all, you're using Android, okay? And second of all, you have walled gardened your store and you have done some crazy things, man, with some app developers which were struggling with you, and you guys have let them down. I don't want to go into details. They probably, voice their opinion about how you guys have behaved. So telling someone and telling Apple that they're a closed ecosystem, yes, they are, and they embrace it, and I think that's fine. I don't buy an iPhone. Where's my iPhone? Oh, it's my camera. I'm using it as my camera. I don't buy iPhone for side-loading apps. I buy iPhone to just make it work and just have a reliable phone. While I buy this is Google Pixel. I buy this phone. It's an amazing phone. I buy Android because I want to play around with customization. I want to go crazy and things like that. But please don't make Apple, don't blame Apple for being what they are, because this device and the integration between the ecosystem is insanely good. This has an ecosystem. It has apps. You load it up, all your apps are there. All your mails, all your messages, all your settings, all your Apple Pay stuff, it's all there. 100% day one, the first moment you take this thing on and you think, this freaking iPhone recognizes this headset and just tells me, click here, pair. Took me 2 minutes. In my review of Quest 3, it took me 15 minutes to set up. I had problems with Wi-Fi, I had problems with downloading the app, I was signing in, then there was a syncing problem, and it made me mad. Why? Why are you telling those things? You know that this is not true. Maybe in the future, when you want to make, Quest hopefully more open, it will be true. But today, this is not true. So, but you're today saying that Apple, or you're blaming Apple for being closed, and you're pretending that you're open. No, you're not open. So, I'm sorry. I'm again getting mad, man. I never was so mad.
So, I want to take a moment to just thank everyone who's been building with us for more than a decade. That goes for both Quest and the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, which are doing way better than I even hoped that they would. As the old saying goes, the best way to predict the future is to invent it.
The best way to predict the future is to invent it. I like this saying. It's a great saying, Mark. My favorite saying is, vision without execution is hallucinating. To reverse it here to this use case and this conversation between me and you, not conversing with me, I'm talking to myself, but maybe you'll watch it. Please use this thing for 2 weeks every day, please. Use this headset for every day for several hours for 2 weeks. Then go to your team and tell them, bloody hell, fix this, and this. And please use this headset for a week every day. And then go to your team and say, guys, here are great things about this headset. Let's just do better. Let's try to outplay them. Let's try to innovate more. Let's bring more innovation into our next headset. Here's where they did mistakes, and we can avoid those mistakes. But here are amazing use cases which Apple did amazingly well, and we should try and strive to make better in our next Quest, whether it's Quest 4 or Pro 2, whatever. But please, don't record such videos until you wear this for 2 weeks every day for several hours, and this at least for a week for several hours every day. Okay? Can we have a deal? Man, I hope. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for this industry. But please be honest, be open, and don't be scared. Everybody will love you. Okay? It's all good. So with that, I'm mad, but I'm on your side. You know why, Mark? Because I love VR. I'm freaking enthusiast. I'm on Apple's side, I'm on your side, I'm on Valve's side, and I'm on my side. And with that, thank you and goodbye.